Hi, and welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. I just forgot the word reading, I was going to say video. Today's video was a beautiful suggestion on Instagram. I'm still filtering through those comments and very, very much open to suggestions. I think, honestly, I wasn't expecting this many responses, so I think we're going to have a lot of suggestions for a long time to come. If you see a suggestion on that post on Instagram that you like, I do recommend that you like it, because I am going through and picking the suggestions that are generating the most interest. So today's reading, we're asking Spirit, what is blocking you from your success? I've only got 3 groups today, but there is going to be an extended over on Patreon as well. The extended is literally going to be an extended. We're not going to deviate from this topic. We're just going to be getting as much advice as we possibly can. So today's reading is literally a pick a card reading. I have 3 cards for you to choose from. I'm going to show you them all closer as well, but I really want you to take your time and to make sure that you're feeling drawn to the right group for you. Please don't rush this process. I usually like to use objects or crystals rather than cards to help keep it unbiased and to make sure that your intuition is guiding you rather than your ego. So today, even though you're seeing the cards, I do recommend that you take time to really connect with your intuition, with your higher self, with source, and make sure that you're hearing the information that is going to be helpful for you on your journey. So what is blocking you from your success? Let's have a look at the 3 different groups today. So group 1, you have the Yay card. Celebrate yourself, you deserve it. I'm just going to hold this here for a little bit and you guys can see all the different colors, the different objects. Maybe there's something in these cards that you're sort of looking for that will help you pick the right group. So group 2, you guys have the Fear card. Your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. And there are other imagery as well on this card, so I'm just going to hold it here for a little bit and you can figure out whether you're feeling drawn to this card. And group 3, you guys have the Creative card. So this card says, get creative and excite your imagination with wonder. And there's a lot going on in this picture, so do pause the video if you feel you need more time to have a look at this one. So those are our 3 groups. We're asking Spirit, what is blocking you from your success? There is going to be an extended as well. We're aiming to get as much advice, as much clarity as possible. When you know which of these 3 groups you're feeling most called to, scroll down below to your timestamps and join me in your reading. Hi group 1 and welcome. If you chose the Yay card, celebrate yourself, you deserve it, then this is going to be your reading. So group 1, we're asking Spirit today, what is blocking you from your success? We're going to be getting very clear, very honest messages today. I'm aiming for this reading to hopefully clarify any confusion, any doubt, any uncertainty, so that you feel more empowered in whatever choice you make moving forward in your life. There will be an extended to today's reading as well. It is literally going to be an extension. We're just going to keep getting oracle cards and advice cards. If specific issues arise in the first part of your reading, then we'll be clarifying those issues in depth in the extended. We're of course going to be talking about them today, but the extended is literally an extension of today's reading. All right. Oh, what a mouthful. Let's get into it. So, what is blocking you from your success? Honestly, I'm hearing self-deprecation. I think it was no coincidence that you guys picked the Celebrate Yourself, You Deserve It card. You guys are literally your biggest strength and your biggest ally. No one else can possibly pull you down as much as your inner voice can. And I feel that actually you have a lot of reasons to celebrate. I feel like you are on the up and up and up and up. You're definitely in a better place now than you have been recently or in the last 6 months for some of you. But I do feel like it's a constant struggle of telling that inner voice the same narrative. I feel like you do have a Hyde inside you, or is it a Jekyll? I feel like you're Dr. Hyde and you have this beast called Jekyll inside you that unfortunately at times does say the things that we don't want to hear. I think that in a way this protects you because nobody else can possibly tear you down as much as this inner voice can. But there is a strong emphasis already, especially when I shuffled this deck and pulled that card originally, strong emphasis already saying that You are the obstacle in your way. So let me pull some tarot and we'll see exactly what Spirit wants to tell you about this. Oops. I feel like it's not necessarily... This reading is aimed, I feel, for you guys, Group 1, at trying to solidify the path that you're already on, because Spirit is indicating you're on the up and up and up and up. So I feel like today's reading is trying to tell you that you're doing everything right and you deserve to pat yourself on the back. You deserve to tell yourself you're doing well. You deserve to take a load off and kind of get that gremlin off your shoulder. You deserve to be told that you're doing well, Group 1. You don't have any real blockages per se. In fact, I feel like your biggest blockage is appreciating your present moment, living in your present moment, lavishing the success that you presently have, and appreciating where you are presently. There's this big emphasis on seeing your reality for what it is right now. And even though that inner voice is a great motivator for you, it also destroys your opportunities to celebrate the success as well. So it's a healthy balance of using that voice to your benefit, to make you successful, to motivate you to be successful, but don't let that inner voice stop you from celebrating your success as well. Know when to turn that voice down. Like I'm seeing a dial, literally turn that voice down and allow your inner child to celebrate the success in your present. Anyway, Group 1, let's get some tarot. What is blocking Group 1 from their success, Spirit? What is blocking Group 1 from their success? What is blocking Group 1 from their success? Oops, we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family. Excuse me. Are you the kind of people who when you eat, everyone around you eats as well? Like if you get $50, the whole crew's got $50 in their pocket that they have to divide between the 10 of you? It feels like, unfortunately, this is your biggest motivator, but it's also something that stands in your way sometimes. I feel this as a balance. I feel with the Ten of Pentacles coming out, Spirit's indicating that your generosity is a barrier towards your success because it knows no bounds. And this is a difficult message to convey because I feel in my heart that we need more people like you. We need people who are generous, who are kind, who are selfless, who think of others when they climb to the top. But it is about having a healthy balance of being selfless and putting your own needs first. Handouts don't help people stand up. Handouts keep people sitting down because they know that they're always going to be taken care of. And I really feel in this case that some of you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders pertaining towards family connections or people who you've known for a very, very long time. And your success could be very alienating and isolating unless you help other people out as well. It's almost like you've elevated and gotten this tall poppy syndrome. And in order to kind of have someone around you, you're the person who pays for the food, who pays for the alcohol, who pays for the experiences, so that you can have people to share these experiences with. Let me keep going though. What stands in the way for Group 1's success? What is Group 1's obstacle? We have the Nine of Cups, your happiness. You still put your emotional fulfillment on others at times, not all the time. You can have a very good time by yourself, but Spirit is saying you still have this need to receive emotional validation from others, recognition from others. You have a lot of reason to be proud. You have a lot of reason to want people to recognize your achievements, but I'm hearing that you can't make people do this. And the more that you want them to do that, the more that you put them in a position for them to do that, the less genuine that recognition is going to be. I really feel like you guys have beautiful big hearts, and when somebody is doing well, you genuinely feel excited and happy for them. So it pains you when it isn't reciprocated in a balanced way. But I do feel like Spirit is actually encouraging you to be more self-focused when it comes to your success. You don't need this much validation from others. You are doing very, very well, and the right people who can support you in the right ways will come once you make room for them in your life. If you insist on filling this void with people who aren't genuine about their praise, who only want rather than give, then you're not going to have what your soul truly wants. You're creating you're filling these empty spaces with people who aren't worthy of the recognition that you are giving them, because you're giving these people so much attention as well. And it could be, I don't think these are bad people. I think this is just a pattern of behavior that you've gotten yourself into with them. And it seems that literally Spirit is wanting to highlight how your actions are standing in the way from you experiencing your genuine success here, by way of filling it with literally avatars is what I'm seeing. Like, these aren't even, they don't want to be there. They don't feel present when they're there. They feel like they're distant. They're not able to genuinely connect with you in that moment. And it's not to say that they don't want to, but I feel like it's a very forced situation. There's a whole lot of pressure in those moments of them to fulfill your expectations because you've gone out and paid for everything. And it's also of you to fulfill their expectations because you've pulled them into this and insisted on paying everything. And nobody genuinely wins in this moment. I feel like it's very empty. It's very disconnected. Let's keep going though. Group 1, please, Spirit. What is standing in the way of their success? What else can you tell us? What is blocking Group 1 from experiencing their success? We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Distractions. Okay. Can I get a clarifying card for that 8 of Pentacles, please? Oh, the 8 of Torches. Yes, cycles, 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 cycles. Inconsistencies when it comes to your actions and your passion. I feel like you're very creative, but you get distracted easily is what Spirit is indicating. You have this way of falling back on old cycles that you know aren't going to benefit you. And I feel like, listen, you're on an incredible journey forward. You are doing incredibly well, Group 1. Your guides, my guides, we're all very proud of you. And this reading is more of like a confirmation of things that you already know. I see that you have the tendency to fall back on old behaviors, on old patterns, on old cycles that are comfortable but not helpful. With the 2 8s here reversed, it's time to start new cycles. It's time to start new routines when it comes to your work ethic and when it comes to your interests. Spirit is indicating here that if you've been curious about new interests, new hobbies, new passions in life, these are going to lead to you creating new connections of people who are more helpful towards what you're working on. People who don't need you to pay for everything or to make everything happen for them. People who don't want a handout, they genuinely want to be involved in that process. You are being forced into this uncomfortable period of revisiting old cycles of behavior so that you can see just how unfulfilling they are. I wouldn't be surprised if old acquaintances or old close family members start to reach out to you again, because Spirit is testing you. Now that you have grown, now that you are successful, Group 1, because you are, Spirit is wanting to test you and show you just how empty some of these cycles of behavior were and just how unfulfilling these connections were. And I feel like you had a lot of people who were curious about you, but no one was genuinely able to express genuine pride in your success. And I don't mean to say this as, you don't have anybody, because I believe you do, but you do have this pattern of reaching out to the people who are always available, but not always there. And that is the difference here. I'm literally seeing emptiness, like empty shells. It's literally like an empty suit. Like, it's horrible and it's horrifying imagery. But trust me, I do understand this feeling. And I do feel like you've got a lot of reasons to celebrate. You've got a lot of reasons to be proud. But Spirit is really encouraging you to celebrate yourself, to not feel the need to fill the empty spaces around you with people who are needing to be paid to be there, or with people who are needing to be coaxed to be there, to be bribed to be there. Like, people shouldn't have to feel like you need to pay for them to celebrate you. If they really wanted to celebrate you, then they should want to be there just as much as you make them the effort to be there for them. I really do think that you're in an incredibly transitional period, and these sorts of tests, these last little moment tests, in the terms of you've been through major challenges, this is just a tiny little test. they happen when you're very, very close to achieving a major manifestation. Spirit is being very clear in saying that you're already successful, group one, but you're very, very close to achieving a major manifestation. And this is like a last minute bump in the road to test how far you've come and to test you in terms of what cycles you're willing to break out of and what new routines you're willing to set. I do think that you are going to have a lot of creativity, a lot of inspiration. The more you declutter your life, the more you declutter your energy and declutter your connections especially, you're going to have so much room for inspiration and so much room for people who inspire you. We are only as great as the company we keep. And if you insist on keeping people who are lacking ambition, who aren't motivated to change, who continue in the same cycles despite complaining every other day, then you are going to fall to their level, and that isn't what your journey is intended to be. You are meant to elevate. You are meant to rise above your circumstances as a beacon of hope, not as a target of, well, that person's doing better than all of us, cut them down. No, you are always supposed to be a beacon of hope, of inspiration, to show other people that these dreams are possible. Anything is possible. And I feel that unfortunately instead you're looking at this situation as you've got a target on your back now. Like, if I eat, everybody else has got to eat as well. If I'm doing well, everybody else has to do well as well. But again, it comes back to that saying of, handouts only stop people from standing up. They have no reason to stand up and want the success that you have because they know that they can get it from you. They have no reason to want to do this for themselves because you will do it for them. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups, please, Spirit. What else is standing in Group 1's way to their success? What is going on with this Nine of Cups? What else have I missed? With the Nine of Cups, we have the Two of Cups. I knew it. This emptiness is worth filling, but you need to work on it. Okay, actually, I don't want to jump to conclusions here with my speech. The energy that I'm getting, and I hope that I can explain this very clearly, the Nine of Cups reverse tells me you have every reason to be proud, but you're seeking emotional validation from energy vampires, people who take, and refuse to reciprocate equally. They may praise you, but it comes with a chip on the shoulder. It never feels genuine. Energy vampires are the kind of people who have their own needs to fulfill. They come with their own agenda. They come with a mask. They come with a barrier. You can't really connect with someone who is only wanting to take. And I see here that the main reason this message is being called is because you are aware of this. You know this. You reach out to these people knowing that you're going to have your guard up as well. But Spirit is really wanting to highlight the way that these people make you feel and their lack of genuine energy, because on the other side of these connections that are blocking your life are soulmates, people who are balanced, people who are open to compromise, people who do listen to your emotional needs, people who do understand what you're going through, people who care about what you're going through, people who want to listen to what you're going through, people who are invested in your story, the good and the bad. They don't just want to be there to celebrate when you're successful. They want to be there when you're going through your challenges as well. These people who are just as self-sufficient, motivated, emotionally secure, still human and humble enough to admit that they're not going to be in their, CEO energy 100% of the time, but who are emotionally available to have a genuine connection with you. These people are on the other side of these energy vampires that are literally standing there like a defensive guard. I'm just seeing like really broad shoulders, like people literally just like trying to clog up your energy. You really need to know this about your success and your road to success, because Spirit is trying to align you with the right people now. This wasn't supposed to be an alienating, isolating journey. It only became that when you identified the issue and still went back to it, and that is natural, that is human. It is something that felt familiar, so I can understand why that would have happened. But it's really important that you understand that, acceptance and setting that intention to change is really going to lead to the right people coming in and supporting you in the way that you deserve to be supported. I really feel like we have to accept the situation for what it is and understand how people have been taking advantage of your energy so that we can set new intentions for the right people to come in. Let's have a look at that Ten of Pentacles. Apparently that was family. What is going on with the Ten of Pentacles reverse, Spirit? What is standing in the way for Group 1 success? We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, it's time to start living for yourself, thinking for yourself. You need to gain a level of independence when it comes to your money. I see that some of you feel financially obligated to help out family and friends and people who seem to have been in your life for a long period of time. It is really time to take back your financial freedom with the Nine of Pentacles here. Spirit is saying that you are the gatekeeper for this part of your world, and the more that you feel manipulated in this way is more of like, I know this is a horrible way of saying it, but it's more of a reflection of what you are allowing people to do for you. Like, nobody technically can open or close your financial accounts without your signature and your identification. It is really time for you to take that back, to take that control back. And even if it isn't money, it's about seeing the success that you have when it comes to money or material possessions. It is about taking back your success when it comes to your money or material possessions. It is about owning it, embodying it. I'm hearing that you guys are the main reason that you're here. Yes, people may have offered you emotional support, but you are successful because of your blood, sweat, and tears. And it's time to really take that back and to not let people guilt trip you into getting loans from you and into you financially supporting them for the rest of their lives. I feel like, listen, for some of you, it is very, very strong of a financial burden. Like, you literally have people on your payroll that you seem to be paying for. But for others of you, it comes back to that narrative of happiness. You know, you want to create the experiences. Other people around you don't have the money or the means to have the experience that you want. So you pay for their dinners. So you pay for their night out. So you pay for their Uber there. So you pay for their friends to come as well, so they feel more comfortable being around your successful energy. And it just leads to you paying for everything to the point where you're not able to have fun anymore because you're the only one paying. Spirits are really encouraging you to gain your independence, to be fully independent so that the right people can come in and support you in the way that you deserve to be supported. Bottom deck energy is the King of Cups. You have so much to give. And this love, this generosity is never a bad thing to have. We need more people like you, Group 1. Unfortunately, there are people in this world who really, really, really take advantage of that. And that is what we're being called to in this reading, is the fact that you should be celebrating yourself because you deserve it. And when these people start to create success for themselves, they have every right to celebrate for themselves as well, because they will have deserved it. But for right here, right now, it is time to embrace your success for yourself and keep this beautiful, sensitive, generous, kind, loving, ambitious side of you protected for the right people to come in. It doesn't mean you have to get bitter. It doesn't mean that you have to get even. You know, you don't need to stoop to their level here. It's just about calling your energy back and keeping it safe for the right people when they come in. So let's hear what closing messages you have in this part of your reading before we go into the extended. Group 1, please, Spirit, what other pieces of advice do you have for them when it comes to their success? What other pieces of advice? We have, you are perfectly beautiful. Yes, just the way that you are. The right people won't need to be bribed into believing that. They won't need to be bought into believing that. You are perfectly beautiful. And this is strong Nine of Pentacles energy, Group 1. Spirit really wants you to step into your own and to take the power back. I'm literally hearing Rage Against the Machine, take the power back. We also have awaken your authentic self and be true to you. Don't stoop to another person's level. You are only as successful as the company you keep. And if the people around you don't reflect your ambition or your desire for success, your drive for success, then it's time to cut them loose and to let those spaces be filled by people who can inspire you. I'm also being shown perform a random act of kindness, but this is actually on the label of this box, it says surprise. So I actually think that this is again about dialing that energy back and going to ground zero. What is going to make you happy? Group 1. Spirit is indicating that a new passion or a new interest will lead to you meeting new people that are going to be supportive. So really go back to basics here. What is going to make you happy? This random act of kindness towards yourself could lead to you finding soulmates who are going to be individually capable of supporting you. Like, they're going to be strong enough, is what I want to say. This energy vampirism stems from a level of insecurity within those people who, you know, instead of being self-secure enough to genuinely smile, even if they're struggling, and congratulate you on your success, instead of being able to do that, they feel pain in the sense of like, why can't I have that? And instead of seeing how their lack of actions are leading to that, it's easier for them to tear you apart and focus on everything that you are doing. Anyway, let's not talk about them anymore. Spirit's really asking for you to focus on yourself here. Perform a random act of kindness for yourself. It will lead to a pleasant surprise. Bottom deck energy is true. Turn criticism into kindness. Love it. Don't stoop to their level. Turn criticism into kindness. Spirit is saying where they choose to criticize, you can turn around and choose to be kind to yourself instead. Don't believe some of the hurtful things that some of these people may say when you start to pull that money back, when you start to pull those experiences back. So Group 1, I'm going to go into the extended now. In the extended, we're pulling a bunch of oracle cards over on Patreon. I also want to figure more out about this soulmate here, whether you know them already or whether they're going to be a new person. We're going to see what else we can get about them, maybe what kind of personality they'll have or how the two of you will meet. It feels like it's very much a friendship, okay? But we'll see if it leads to more. So Group 1, if you would like to join us in the extended, that link to Patreon is down below. All extended readings are in our Patreon community. You can go back and literally have access to months of content if you choose to sign up right here, right now. If this is where you're choosing to leave us, then thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all of your support. I hope that this reading really broke the energy down and clarified exactly what is standing in your way, and I hope it also gave you hope of what is to come. You are incredibly successful already, Group 1, and you deserve all the recognition and all the support that is coming your way from the people who are genuinely able to give it to you. Sending you so much love and light, Group 1, and I can't wait to see you in another video. Bye! Hi, Group 2, and welcome. If you chose this Your Soul Whispers Love, Your Ego Shouts Fear card, then this is going to be your reading today. So Group 2, we're asking Spirit, what is blocking you from your success? We're going to be getting oracle cards. I'm going to be getting tarot, and they're, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. I don't know where the heck that came from. We're also going to be getting extended messages as well in an extended reading on Patreon. Oh my gosh, there's a strange energy around this group already. Holy heck. Your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. Oof, goshness me. Yeah, I've got the most weirdest sensation going through my body right now. Oof, holy heck. All right, it literally feels like I'm afraid, but I'm not. Obviously, I'm conscious, I'm here, but there is like this really cold energy going down my back. So I have a feeling that, you know, this isn't a coincidence, similar to Group 1. What is standing in your way is your fear, and it's ego-based fear is what it feels like, because it's not real for me. So I'm kind of getting the energy that it may not be real for you as well, Group 1. Fear is real, it serves a purpose, but in this case, I feel like what is standing in your way is a perceived fear based on your ego's fear of rejection. So let us continue forward. Hey, let's not jump to too many conclusions. Let's get some tarot cards. Goodness me, there's something here. There's something going on here. What do I want to hold? Let's get the truth crystal out. What is going on here? Your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. They're trying to tell you something, Group 2. Your guides are trying to tell you something. The messages that you're going to have in your reading today aren't going to come as a surprise to you, because they're going to be messages you've already been shown before, and they're really emphasizing that they've shown this to you before, either in situations or in your dreams. This has already happened to you before, or this is something that has been shown to you before in a dream or through somebody else's experience. It's very interesting. Let's get some tarot. Wow, what a strange way to start a reading. Group 2, please, Spirit. What is blocking group 2 from their success? What is blocking group 2 from their success? I'm being called to share the analogy that I shared with group 1 with you. Your intuition isn't the loudest voice in the room. Your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. The loudest voice in the room is never your intuition, but your intuition is always the voice that is right. Group 2, please, Spirit. What is blocking them from their success? What is blocking group 2 from their success, please, Spirit? What is blocking group 2 from their success? You have so much power. Oh my days. With being shown the Four of Pentacles as your first card, and the second card that came out was Strength. You are so powerful, group 2. What is blocking group 2 from their success? What is blocking group 2 from their success? What is blocking group 2 from their success? They're showing me Temperance. Yes, Temperance. And literally on the other side of this card is the Six of Wands as well as the Ace of Cups. Your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. I feel like it has to be a sure thing before you move towards it. I was hoping that you guys would have a clear idea of what success means to you, but I'm getting that for many of you it is about love, and it is about receiving enough visual support before you physically act. Like, you need to feel like you're successful before you even extend this part of yourself, because it is such a soft, attentive, sensitive part of you that you don't like to extend willingly. You're very stubborn, group 2. You're so stubborn and you're so difficult to work with. Like, I feel like, listen, you guys, most of you have a guide that you've known in this lifetime who is helping you through the spirit world, and their energy is always around you, trying to guide you, and they personally know how stubborn you are. You are so frustrating because you don't like to do things unless you are sure that you're going to be successful. And I feel like you're very private, stubborn, sensitive, caring, kind, beautiful people who deserve all of the success that is trying to come your way, but you don't want to step an inch towards it unless there's 100% validating proof that you're going to be successful. And if this is a matter of the heart, then you're more comfortable with people sort of openly displaying their interest in you before you really commit yourself to them. Like, you need to know that that person is 100% invested in you. If this is a job opportunity or like an ambition, a career thing, then you need to know that you're going to be successful before you quit your day job. You know, that's the kind of people that you are. Certain people see you as risk takers, but you're very calculated. You're very, very stubborn. Oh my Lord. Can we clarify the Four of Pentacles, please? What is standing in the way for group 2 success? The Nine of Torches reversed. Yes, this is my fear card. Literally, your fear. Your fear is standing in your way. What about the Strength card? Can we clarify that card? What is standing in the way towards their success, please? Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Oh my days, another fear card. Do you really want me to take it? And the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Oh my days. Okay. An 8 and an 8. Okay, so you are stuck in old cycles. With 2 8s reversed being shown to me, you're stuck in old cycles that you know you need to break out of, because where you're going right now isn't leading you anywhere. I'm just seeing an infinity loop, and it's like oh my gosh, now it's turning into a roller coaster ride. But the more we go around this same track, the older and more weathered that track gets, the more rusty that track gets, the more risky that track gets. We know we got to get off this ride, but this is what we've always done, so we're comfortable doing it. And some of us are nervous about when we stop the ride, what happens, you know? I like this part. Sorry, group 2, we're interrupted by my alarm, but I'm literally seeing, like, you do these things that to you at one point in your life they were spontaneous and exciting and adventurous, but they're getting really boring now, and they're getting too familiar now, and suddenly that high isn't a high anymore, and suddenly that low just isn't a low anymore. Like, I'm seeing that it's time to really get off this ride and see what's out there. you're in an amusement park of life. Like, there is so much more to explore. There is so much more to connect with. And I really, really think that you have a very active guide who has shown you and really told you all of this before. I'm seeing that it's time to get off this ride. Let's clarify your Strength card once and for all, though. What is going on with the Strength card, please, Spirit? What energy is best clarified? The King of Cups. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I'm glad it wasn't the 8s now. The 8 had to be shown to us because the Strength card is an 8 as well, and it's this analogy of, going around in circles. But it's also this understanding of, like, the 8 being the Strength card is also, for me, an energy of resilience, because regardless of what life throws at you, the ups, the downs, the periods of plateau in between, you do overcome every challenge. You are resilient. You are courageous. You are strong. You are who you are for a reason. You're never given more than you can handle. And for that to be clarified by the King of Cups, group 2, it tells me that your fears aren't real. Okay? It really does. All these old cycles, these old habits, these old people, these old routines that we go back to, we do it because that's what we're comfortable doing. We do it because at one point in our life it was exciting, but it is going to give us the same results, and we know that. I feel your soul growing in a way that it's longing for more. And I feel that your heart is guided by this very protective energy of confidence. And for some of you, it's laughter. You really mask how you truly feel through laughter and through feigning this confidence in the eyes of others as this strong, sort of fiery, spontaneous person. But underneath that is someone who simply wants to belong. With the King of Cups, you have a very soft, vulnerable, nurtured side of you that wants to give, that wants to connect. It's not just about love here, it's about connecting. And I feel like you're at a point in your life, group 2, where you're craving meaning. You need a job that's meaningful. You need a relationship that's meaningful. You need hobbies and interests that are meaningful. You want a home that feels like a home, not just a house or an apartment. You want meaning in your life. And I see that the only thing that's standing in your way is when you tell yourself that you can't have that, and when your actions don't reflect this desire for meaning as well. I see that, honestly, you have a guide who is really trying to pull these things into your life, but they are concerned about how your fear is holding you back, because at some point you got to start giving here. Your stubbornness is making you very frugal when it comes to your energy and your time. You don't like to do new things. You don't like to go out on a limb here when it comes to creating brand new experiences. So I really do feel like you have a guide that's really trying to prepare you for all of the new growth that is coming your way by showing them this to you through your dreams, by showing this to you through other people in your life who are experiencing similar changes. They're really encouraging you to be more open and more giving. You have to give a little in this situation in order to receive a lot, because they're really emphasizing that they want to give you a lot here. Bottom deck energy is the 6 of Cups, soulmate energy, a sense of belonging, of connection, of home. Now, I'm just going to pause the video for a second because I just want to get a drink of water. Okay, thank you for being patient, group 2. I just found my air conditioner leaking as well, so I had to go fix that. So coming back to your reading, really what I can see here is that love is literally your answer, group 2, and you know this. Your heart is very clear in showing you the way forward. What is standing in your way is that loud voice of fear. And it's very interesting visually now that I can look at this. What I can see here is 3 love cards. We've got the 6 of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. And weaving between these 3 cards of love is all this fire and fear. You know, we have the 9 of Torches reversed, indicating a defensive guard, a barrier, a fear of vulnerability, really trying to do the right thing here, but afraid to almost get hurt or almost hurt somebody else as well. With the 9 of Wands reversed, it's almost like, is this worth it? Is this worth budging for? Oh, sorry, group 2, that bloody air conditioner was leaking again, and I thought, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to stay present until I put a towel under that. So honestly, it's very interesting. what I can see here, I don't know what the hell I was talking about before because I was channeling, but it's interesting for me because every time I come back, I get another energy of clarity. So I know now, I was talking about the fear woven amidst the love. The thing is, you have so much confirmation for me as your reader that you are going to be successful. You have so much confirmation for me that at the other end of your fear lies everything that you've wanted when it comes to this desire for meaning, this desire for connection, for meaningful connections, for meaningful success. It is on the other side of your fear, but you have to give a little. That's the only thing standing in your way right now, is that you need to give a little. The same actions lead to the same outcomes. And until we can change that path of action versus reaction, we're going to get the same results. You do have to let your guard down and open up a little bit more here, whether it's opening up towards romantic interests and lovers and giving more time and energy. And I'm hearing it's more what you crave from them is what they crave from you. You need to give more meaningful conversation if you want more meaningful conversation. You need to give more meaningful time if you want more meaningful time. What you crave from them, they crave from you. And it's that energy of like attracts like. And Temperance is out here confirming that. All the sixes, the Six of Wands and the Six of Cups was confirming that. The King of Cups is a very balanced energy of accepting that, you know, your external is a reflection of your internal. This person looks composed on the outside, but when we look at the environment that this person's in, there's chaos. There's like a tsunami going on. There's all these fish jumping around. That is a reflection of this person's internal energy. This desire within you is growing, group 2, and your guides are getting very frustrated because they've shown you how to be successful here. They've shown you how to do this. They've shown you through the way of other people's experiences and through your own dreams that this is possible. You can have this. You are thinking about this for a reason. You are dreaming about this for a reason. Your soul is calling for this for a reason. But we do need to give a little here, and we need to know that to help us, you know, get over that hurdle of fear. On the other side of your fear is a lot of success by way of the Six of Torches and the Six of Cups. I feel like the Ace of Cups reversed is like this energy of, I feel like maybe you bow out at the last minute. And we can't do that this time around. We have to really see this all the way through. You are going to be successful, but you've got to give a little. It's a sure thing. And you know what? And I know this is frustrating because if we could just like show you the movie that's playing in my head, then maybe it would help you feel more comfortable because you're that kind of person. You need tangible evidence in order to move towards your goals. But literally, like, it is so crystal clear for me that, like, I don't know how else to voice you. If I could put on Google glasses and show you what my mind is showing me, I would. But you need to know that the success here is all dependent on you not being this stubborn. You have to open up. You have to give a little bit more here. Beautiful group number 2. So let's get some oracle cards. I feel like I've been doing that for a little bit too long. We've been talking about that for a while. Let's get some oracle cards. Spirit. For group numero 2. I'm probably saying that horribly. Group 2, please, Spirit. What is blocking them from their success? Thank you. Oh. It is what it is. Oh, it is what it is. Let go of control and relax into the flow. Let go of control and relax into flow. They're literally, look at this limp hand. You have to give a little here. You have to budge a little. You have to not be so stubborn a little. You have to let those guards down a little. You have to let the universe work for you a little. You have to make room in your life a little. There's a strong energy of allowing things to happen for you. Not being so controlling over the outcomes, over the way that this all has to work out as well, but you have to put yourself in that position of being open so that these things can happen for you. You're so closed off in many ways. Your energy is calling for more, but your reality is showing someone who's not open as much as they could be. Now, this box here came out for group 1 as well, and it reflects a surprise. But the message at the bottom of this card says, perform a random act of kindness. I honestly feel with this card coming out that there are so many surprises waiting for you on the other end of your actions. You seem to be the kind of group that you do like spontaneous energy. You do like to switch up your energy, but I also see that you get very stuck in routines as well. And you think you're being spontaneous, but you're actually just doing that thing that you've always done that was fun at one point, but now it's becoming very familiar and very predictable. I don't mean to read you to filth, but that's what I'm picking up on. And group 2, it feels like you're someone who actually likes doing spontaneous, surprising things. You're someone who likes passion in their life, who likes to, be surprised. And I feel like the more that you kind of connect with that side of yourself, the more you're going to get back into the flow of letting things happen for you. And I do think that a random act is going to lead to a lot of kindness and a lot of potentially love coming in. But they're really emphasizing the word perform here. So they're asking for you to do it. Don't wait for this to happen to you. Perform this random act of something that is going to make your heart skip a beat a little bit, something that is going to make you feel excited in the morning when you're getting ready to go to this thing. You know that beautiful feeling that you got as a kid when your parents told you were going to that amusement park, or when you were going to that person's house that you really, really like doing and going to, and you couldn't sleep all night the night before, and then you wake up early, and when your parents get you out of bed, you're so excited, and all day, in the car driving there, you have butterflies in your stomach and you're singing and you're laughing and you're getting in trouble for being too loud in the car as your parents drive down the highway. That energy needs to come back because it's a big part of who you are. And I feel like, unfortunately, we've allowed life to happen to us for too long. It's time to allow these things to happen for us again. And it's time to perform these acts that make us feel more connected to who we truly are. Doing this is going to put you back into the flow, and it's going to allow these things to come into your life and happen for you again. You're going to be able to create a lot more meaning this way. The only thing that's really standing in your way is a rigid routine that is blocking you from new experiences. Bottom deck energy is write down your goals and dream big. This is the first step to manifesting anything. You have to be very clear about what you want. And for me, I love writing. I love lists. I love writing things down. Journaling was a big step for me in my journey, but writing for me is just about clearly showing myself and the universe what I want. And you don't have to write. You could always say it if you're one of these people who has a photographic memory or just a very clear thought process. You could always just say it to yourself and make it known internally. But if you're like me and you don't really retain that information until it's written, it may be very, very helpful for you, group 2, to write down what goals you are currently working towards, what meaning you want to create in your life. Okay, we know you want meaning, but what does that look like for you? That's not going to look the same as Jane down the road or Tom over at work. Meaning is subjective. What does meaning look like to you? What does a meaningful job look like to you? What does a meaningful relationship look like to you? What does a meaningful lifestyle look like to you? Write these down, because that is the first step to manifesting. The second step is to perform your first act towards your meaningful moments. The rest of it is in the hands of the universe. And trust, as soon as you do these 2 steps of writing and performing, the universe will make everything else happen for you. No dream is too big. They're really asking you to dream big here. So group 1, that is where group 2, excuse me. How dare I go back to group 1? Group 2, that is what I see for you for the first part of your reading. I'm going to go over to the extended now. In the extended, we're going to be getting more oracle cards. I want to ask about the 6 of Cups energy. Group 1 had it as well, but yours is more romantic. Group 1's soulmate was a friend. I think that yours is going to be a romantic partner. Regardless of what it is, it could be a meaningful profession. We're going to clarify that energy. We're going to see if it's a person or is it like a situation. What does that mean? What is the soulmate energy? And then I'm going to be getting lots and lots of oracle cards to ask Spirit how you can get closer towards your success, how you can fully overcome these obstacles and get closer towards your success. So if you would like to join us in the extended, that will be over in our Patreon community. Link to Patreon is down below. All of our extended readings are on Patreon. So by signing up for this month, you get access to months worth of content. I do extended readings every week, once a week. And then I also do fortnightly guidance readings on Patreon. I also do monthly zodiac predictions on Patreon. And I also do a How to Read Tarot Like Me series on Patreon. We also explore multiple spiritual concepts on Patreon, including twin flames, including journaling, including smoking and cleansing, including how to... What am I doing this month? Crystals. Yes, we're covering crystals this month. So there's so much over there. If you would like to join us, link is down below. Otherwise, if this is where you are leaving us, sending you so much love and light, not that you need it from me, it is coming your way from somebody very meaningful very soon. Look after your beautiful self. Trust yourself. Trust your guides. Please let go of this rigid routine and enjoy your life to the fullest, Group 2. Bye. Hi Group 3 and welcome. If you chose this beautiful card, it says get creative and excite your imagination with wonder, then this is going to be your reading. So straight off the cuff, Group 3, what I'm getting here is that sacral chakra and Neptune are major influences in your current energy. Sacral chakra in words of inspiration and creativity, as well as excitement and passion, and Neptune, specifically this new moon in Pisces, by way of allowing you to imagine and dream big. I really do feel like your energy isn't necessarily blocked, it's developing, Group 3. So it's going to be very interesting to see what comes through for you today. We're asking Spirit, what is blocking your success here? And it's been a ride, I'll tell you that much. The last two groups were very different. Obviously, certain similarities when it comes to blockages, but the overall situations and advice was very specific. So we'll see what comes out for you. I apologize, but I'm just going to get a drink of water because I didn't think I was thirsty, and all of a sudden now I really, really am. It could be that Neptune influence, but holy heck. Whew, drink lots of water, Group 3. All right, what else can I pick up based on that card? Goodness me. Create something today, this card says. Create something today. I feel like your biggest blockage is making practical small goals towards your manifestations. You have dreams, you have an imagination, you are creative, you are able to instigate feelings of passion and excitement. I feel like what happens next is the part that falls apart. We need to start creating practical steps forward, really sort of hashing it out in order to make this dream more of a reality. The only difference between dreams and goals are steps forward. And I feel like in your case, we do need to be more practical here. Let's get some tarot before I draw a billion conclusions. Get creative. Excite. Oops, excuse me. What are you doing? That wasn't what we rehearsed. Let me try that again. What's going on over here? These colors are really drawing me in as well. I'm going to show you this card one more time. Look at all of these beautiful colors on here. Now, this deck has that sort of pastel look to it, that unicorn look to it. It makes it a very attractive deck to buy. But I also feel like there's a lot of sort of dullness here. Like, I'm not going to lie, there's a very colorful sort of dreamy energy behind all these cards, but I'm feeling a dullness here in the sense of, I do think that you're passionate people. I do think that you are really good at creating things when it comes to the beginning phase. They really keep highlighting your sacral chakra. But I do think that when it comes to that solar plexus harnessing energy, that's where we kind of fall apart a little bit. Let's get some tarot cards, hey? There will be an extended to today's reading as well, Group 3. I do extendeds every Sunday on Patreon. This extended reading is going to literally be an extension unless there is anything specific that I feel I want to elaborate more on in the extended. That happened for each of the other groups as well. Group 3, please, Spirit. What is blocking their success? What is blocking Group 3's success? Oh, hello. We've got the Death card coming out for you. I'm also being shown the Emperor. Yeah, I got that. You guys, you're not blocked, you're just evolving, okay? This process is messy and confusing because it is meant to be. With the Death card here, it is going to be confusing. You are transitioning, you're growing, you're evolving. It's like puberty, you know, but for your spiritual body now. I feel that you guys are becoming a very strong, more assertive version of yourself, but this takes practice, and we're going to have moments that sort of leave us feeling uncertain as to whether we're doing what is right for us. I think that your passion is a telltale for success. If you are feeling excited and passionate about something, then that is the universe trying to really, I'm hearing, turn you on to your success. It is how you find your Midas energy in this lifetime. Your passion is your version of what I touch turns to gold. And I really do feel like this thing that you're curious about, however confusing it seems right now, more practical steps forward are going to help. Mars's energy here behind the Emperor is very I can do energy. I really do think that you're not really blocked, you're just evolving. And I think that this messy state of confusion will clarify itself as you develop and as this idea develops and as this plan develops, as long as you stick to a plan. Spirit's being very clear. I feel like most of you already have a plan. As long as you stick to that plan, this situation will be much less confusing. All right, so let's get some more messages, please, for group 3. What is blocking them from their success? I was going to say, how can you be successful? That's interesting. What is blocking group 3 from their success? What is blocking group 3 from their success? What is blocking group 3 from their success? We have the Two of Swords, indecision. I also see the Two of Swords as the trust card, trust for yourself. That's interesting because I just put a post up on my Instagram as well saying always trust your own intuition primarily. And it's a beautiful picture of Kirk. So I'm very intrigued by you, group 3. You're very different. I don't think you're blocked. I think you're definitely evolving. I think you're in a slow period right now where things are meant to slowly unravel. If it were to go any faster, you would probably get whiplash because there's going to be some very big changes coming your way, and there's no possible way that your physical vessel can keep up with these big changes if they were moving any faster. I do think that these big changes will put you more in control of your circumstances, which I think is something that both intimidates you and is also what you crave. You're going to have a level of authority over your life that potentially you've never had before. This is you being reborn into an authoritative figure. I think that for many of you, you're going to have a lot more responsibility in the coming months, and I think that this confusing period is very temporary but very necessary as well. The Two of Swords tells me you do need to trust yourself more. You can trust yourself in terms of you are going to make the right decisions. That is just something that you need to hear. You are going to make the right decisions. And I feel like your logical mind is actually very balanced with your intuitive mind. I don't think that you're going to make any irrational, spontaneous, knee-jerk reaction decisions. I see that this is going to be a very well thought out plan, and I see there being a lot of success in this endeavor that you are pursuing. I see that your passion has a big factor in your success. If you're excited about it, follow it. It is trying to show you where you are going to be successful. I see that your creativity is something that is worth nourishing and really just protecting right here, right now, through this confusing state. Do everything you can to continue to stimulate your creative energy and to continue to flex that creative muscle. I see that your creativity is going to expand even further, and that it's going to seem like a blockage sometimes, but it isn't. It's your way of leaving your footprint in this world, in this lifetime. I also see with the Two of Swords that minimizing input when it comes to advice is going to be beneficial for you. It is important that you gather information in order to feel like you're making a well-informed decision, but not every 2 cents is worth investing in. And in your case, the simpler the better when it comes to asking for advice. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify these 3 cards now to see what else we can get. What is blocking group 3 from their success when it comes to the Death card, please, Spirit? Hello, we have the morning. Yes, this dawn can't come soon enough for you. There's a lot of impatience here, but with the death card being upright, I need to tell you that this process is necessary. It may be slow, it may be confusing, it may be frustrating, and maybe a little bit painful, because growth and transition is painful. Parts of puberty can be very painful. So just know that this is an essential process. It has to go at this pace any quicker, and it would be damaging to the outcome. I just think of someone who's, being too quick to level up their bra cup size, and then you accidentally end up with chafe, or I don't know why I'm thinking of bras. That's interesting. That puberty analogy is very strong in this group, but you are transitioning is the main message. It wasn't supposed to be a sex ed talk. You're transitioning, group 3. That's the main message here. And this morning will come. It doesn't mean just because this night seems to be lasting a long time, it doesn't mean that the sun's forgotten to rise. It just means that our concept of time is skewed. And this time is moving exactly at the pace that it needs to. This process is entirely natural, and it has to evolve naturally. Let us have a look at the Emperor over here now, please. Can we clarify that? Oh, I love the Emperor's energy. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to be bosses. I love this energy for you. I'm so proud of you. But anyway, back in the game. Can we clarify the Emperor, please? For group number 3. We have the 6 of Swords. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if it's supposed to be reversed, but listen, I don't accept coincidences. So if it is in that position, I will take it as that. I don't know if I'm ready to tap into that energy, though. I want to clarify the 2 of Swords, and then we'll come back to that 6 of Swords. Thank you. We have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. That makes a lot of sense under the 2 of Swords. Bottom deck energy for you is the 9 of Swords. 2 9s. How intriguing. 2 9s. Group 3, you have a very incredible energy around you of impatience and abundance. There is so much to look forward to here and now, and there is so much to look forward ahead as well. I feel like you're in the state of, you're in the process of something big, and it's literally that moment in the movie that's just a blur, I'm seeing Steve Jobs in his garage writing code and trying to figure out the logistics of building his incredible Apple computers. That process goes so painfully slow and yet so fleetingly fast that in hindsight you are going to wish that you made these moments more memorable. They're going to feel very frustrating at the moment because there is a lot of pressure to be successful right here, right now, in order to secure a successful future. But I really do see a heavy emphasis in really making this moment right in here, right now matter for you, to make it memorable. I feel like this process is going to be fleeting. It's uncomfortable because you're transitioning. It was never meant to be a permanent situation. And the fact that you're watching this kettle boil is prolonging the process even further. Spirit is really highlighting that all of this concern and all this sorrow is going to fade. I see you guys ending this difficult cycle very, very soon and coming into your happiness. Your success is just around the corner. They're encouraging you to continue expressing yourself with the Princess of Torches. They want you to follow your passion, to follow your creativity, to keep harnessing your creativity, to really focus on your sacral chakra energy. If you do any meditations at all, I recommend that you center it around your sacral chakra and continuing to birth this creation into your reality. I really feel like with the Page of Torches here, they want you to embrace that sort of youthful excitement that you have towards this idea and try not to let it get plagued by too much concern for the future. There's that proverb, I'm terrible and I'm going to butcher the hell out of it, but it's that proverb of when we're anxious, it's because we're thinking too far ahead. When we're depressed, it's because we're dwelling too far behind. And I really feel that that's the case of your energy right now. It's not too much about the depression. It's more so about the anxiety of, well, what's coming ahead and when can I finally start to see these results? Success is literally just around the corner for you, but this process right here, right now is worth memorizing, memorializing. They really want you to stay present and to really look at this as a memory that you're going to wish you had spent more time focusing on in the future. I see with the 6 of Swords under the Emperor here that Spirit is saying, your plan to success may appear unconventional and it may require setbacks, challenges, obstacles, doesn't mean you're not heading in the right direction. I see that for you, it's kind of about cycling forward and then looping back a little bit to learn from your past mistakes. This process is confusing mentally, but intuitively it feels right. It may look confusing to people on the outside, which is why you need to limit the input in this process, because it is what feels right for you and it is what is right for you. The Six of Swords reverse is giving me this energy of like, I don't know if you guys used to watch those old movies, like Indiana Jones does it in their intros, or whenever they would be on a plane or a boat and they're traveling, and it would show those dotted lines behind the vehicle. And your version of traveling towards success is very much like that. It's quite comical as a reader to see. You're just kind of trailing forward like this, and then there's a little bit of a loop back here, but we don't go exactly back to where we came from. We're just heading back in that direction, having a little bit look over there, and then going back towards our success. And that is the nature of life. They're showing me a very non-linear version to success that is all about experiences and gaining these experiences towards our success. For you guys, this isn't like a textbook thing. This isn't something that you could write down in a detailed sort of notebook and hand to a colleague and go, there you go, that's how I did it. Now you create your Apple company as well. It's very much a personal experience of really coming into your own. What you're creating is very unique, and your road to success is very unique as well. Doesn't mean you won't be successful, but it is certainly unconventional is what they're telling me. And it's almost like you have to go backwards in order to go forward sometimes. Now with the Two of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles over here, group 3, Spirit is indicating that you do need to trust yourself. You need to trust your logical and your intuitive mind throughout this process. What is blocking you here is kind of weighing up. It's almost like looking over and measuring your success based on other people's results. With the Nine of Pentacles reversed, we're still sort of looking at other people's success as measures of validation. I like to look at the Nine of Pentacles as a very independent energy, someone who is financially independent, who is taking care of their health, who is really looking after their daily routine and in peak sort of Virgo energy to the point where they're a pillar of success to those around them. But when that card's reversed, it's almost like we're comparing ourselves too much to others and how they're doing it and what they need. And there is a message here to really just limit the involvement of others in this process towards your success, especially if you are a creative soul. The less interference you have, the more successful you are going to be, because it is about expressing who you are as an individual and embracing your individual qualities as well. I feel like for you guys, group 3, you aren't stuck, you're just transitioning, and you need something to sort of curb your curious mind, to remind you that you're on the right path and to show you that what you're doing is going to lead to success as well. And I think that if you can sort of quiet the monkey mind just a little bit, you will be able to hear and see the signs that what you're doing is working, because I think that it's literally just around the corner. You guys are like that toddler who throws a tantrum in the candy aisle because they really want to eat their Kit Kat now, when the parent is saying, like, we're at the checkouts, like, please, come on. All you have to do is give me 15 minutes to buy this Kit Kat for you so that you can eat it in the car ride home. But you're like, no, I just want it now. And it's so frustrating for you because it's right there. You can feel it. You can practically taste it. It's that close. But Spirit has to be the parent here and go, listen, I understand you really want your Kit Kat, and I understand that your beautiful intuitive mind can see it already, but I've got a trolley full of groceries that need to be checked out, and you can't have your Kit Kat without paying for it first. So come through the checkouts with me and you can eat your Kit Kat on the ride towards your success. And that is where you're at with Spirit. It's incredible. And Spirit loves this energy about you. You have this impatience for a reason. It's a part of your inner child. It's a part of you that this universe needs, this collective conscious needs people like you who are so connected to that youthful presence within you. But I can see that this process that you're in right now is very frustrating. However, it is temporary, and you need to know that. So let's get some more oracle cards, please. In terms of, I want to tell you This isn't really like a how-to, it's more of a confirmation reading for you, Group 3. You are so close. Honestly, you just need to try to quiet that monkey mind and really get through this final cycle. I don't want to say distract yourself, because if anything, you are experiencing these feelings for a reason. So I would say express yourself. Don't distract yourself. Express yourself here. Excuse me, Mr. Ant. Can you go over there, please? No, please. No, please. No, please. There we go. Oh, it's on my hand now. Oh, well. I tried to get rid of the ant. Oh, I'm so sorry, Group 3. This usually doesn't happen in readings, but I'm trying this new thing where I don't kill anything, especially ants. All right, so Group 3, what was I saying? Yes, don't distract yourself, express yourself. Really, 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 really use your creativity, use your sacral chakra energy to release these feelings healthily. They may be very pivotal towards your process to success. You may need to know this about yourself in order to really get through this last hoop. In fact, it's like that energy of, you know, through anger and frustration, you punch a hole in the wall, frame it, and all of a sudden it's art, and it sells for like $1 million. It sounds crazy, but that's how pivotal this point of your journey is. It's temporary in terms of the ickiness of these feelings, but it is completely essential, and it is a healthy part of your transition towards who you are meant to be. So let's get some more messages in terms of how you can work through these blockages. How can Group 3 work through these blockages towards their success faster? How can Group 3 work through these blockages, please, Spirit, towards their success? Oops, okay, they want to tell you everything. So we're going to take them. This is a new deck, so we're going to take them. Bottom deck energy is allow unlimited abundance and keep working with crystals, Group 3. Crystals, crystals, crystals should be the word of the day. Crystals, crystals, crystals. Allow unlimited abundance. Spirit is saying unleash your inner wild child, get up and dance as well. So that's interesting. You have a beautiful, youthful energy within you that gets frustrated easily, but is incredibly pivotal in our collective conscious energy. When that child is happy and dancing, the whole world dances with them. So do something to help connect you to that part of you, and express that part of you healthily as well. Dance could be a way to do it, you know, but I feel like many of you are creative, expressionate, artistic people. Now, allow unlimited abundance. I feel like that's more of a mantra that you could say to yourself. I allow unlimited abundance. Just whenever you're feeling frustrated, whenever you're getting really annoyed with the process and the way that things are going and they're really slow and frustrating, just say that over and over and over again. I allow unlimited abundance. I allow unlimited abundance. It sounds silly, but I feel like it's just going to be one of those things that you say off the cuff over time, you know, and it's just going to come so naturally. And it's going to be so comfortable to say. Like, there's so many A's in that phrase, I allow unlimited abundance. It kind of weirdly twists and yet rolls off your tongue at the same time. Now, we also have today holds unlimited possibilities to see the beauty in life. There's that moment there that they really want you to seize, and I feel like I'm already too far ahead and I've missed it, reading your energy already. Spirit is saying stay present and really appreciate where you're at right here, right now, because this is the moment that you are going to miss in the future. This is the moment that you are going to wish that you took more photos of. This is the moment that you are going to wish you shared with more people. This is the moment that you are going to share with your children or whoever the heck you choose to share this legacy with in the future. Today holds unlimited possibilities to see the beauty in life. They're also showing us step out of your comfort zone and try something new. This is a helpful technique if you are feeling really frustrated and deflated with the divine timing element of your current journey towards success. I feel like with these eyes closed, they're also encouraging mindful moments. So for me, meditation, sometimes my day is just too busy, and I know that is the whole point of meditation, is to ground you and keep you present, but I like to keep that name even more fluid. I love labels, but I don't like the limitations they bring. So for me, I choose to use language like mindful moments instead. And this could be as simple as making your eating your meals mindful moments, being very aware of the food that's going into your mouth, being very aware of what went into the food that's going into your mouth, and the process of you making it, and the process of you preparing it and selecting it, etc. Being very mindful of the time that you have alone, and being very grateful for the time that you have alone, because it is fleeting for you, Group 3. You are attractive people, and you're going to have a very busy schedule once this success hits the market, is what they're telling me. Mindful moments is like mindful a coffee, a mindful drive to your appointment, even if it's an appointment you don't want to have. Mindful moments listening to your favorite songs in the shower, mindful moments observing your friends' social media, just bringing more meaning back into these monotonous tasks to make them more mindful and to bring you back to your present. They do want you to try something new, though, when it comes to the way that you deal with your impatience. They're saying that what is working now is clearly not working. What you're doing now is clearly not gelling as well as it could. So maybe trying a new strategy when it comes to coping with the impatience and the frustration. We're also being shown commit to self-care rituals. I think that you are the kind of people who do get positive mood changes once you have a healthy self-care routine. I think it would be very beneficial to make those mindful moments in the morning of like brushing your hair and brushing your teeth and washing your face, and being very conscious of the clothing you put on your body, and being very conscious of the way these clothing items make you feel, and conscious of how the products you use on your skin make you feel. Just being very mindful of everything. And I feel like before you know it, your day is going to go so quickly because you're putting so much more attention into everything that you do. Be bold. Don't be afraid to stand out. They really want you to embrace your individuality. That is a key part to your success, Group 3. I feel like many of you know that. This could just be a confirmation message that every part of you is incredibly pivotal in terms of your journey forward in life. And even these impatient parts of you that may be struggling with anger at times, I don't know about that. I might have just stepped on your toes a little bit, but I feel a lot of fire here. And when fire doesn't have a way out, it just sort of becomes this energy of, oh my God, I'm terrified. So I do think that they really want you to express yourself, and they want you to embrace every part of yourself, even the parts of you that are frustrating to have to put up with and deal with. Now we're being shown nourish your body with high vibing energy. There are two messages here that are coming through. One of them wasn't even about food, but I made it about food. So I think that food is very impactful in your journey to success. If you know that your body is very quick to respond to the food that you eat, good or bad, then I think it is time to be more attentive towards the food that you're feeding yourself. Food is literally fuel, Group 3, and I think that it's also about reminding yourself of how this food interacts with the chemicals in your body. For example, I only found out 2 months ago that sugar can cause nightmares. Like, why wasn't I told that as a child? And that blew me away. And ever since then, I've realized that actually, yes, when I have like a really sugary dessert before bed, oh my days, my dreams are intense. So, and it doesn't always apply to everybody, different chemicals, different genetic makeups, etc. But it's good to know these things about yourself. So they do want you to be aware of how food is fueling your body. And if your energy is low and chunky and schlunky and a little bit hard to get going in the mornings, and it's a bit hard for you to vibe at your high vibration, then is it because of what you're fueling yourself with, is the question. Look for the signs and synchronicities, because you are never alone. 1111, butterflies. Look at this person. They're not paying attention to the fact they have a gorgeous rainbow right behind them. Spirit wants you to embrace the fact that you are never alone, and to understand that you are a spirit having a human experience. You have a soul family around you who is guiding you and supporting you through this, but they also don't want it to distract you from your present. So if you become too obsessive when it comes to looking for signs and synchronicities, just remember to embrace the beauty of the moment. I really feel like sometimes because we're so focused on looking for our signs, we forget to see the rainbow that's in front of us. We look at it as, oh, my angels must be here. But what are they trying to tell me? They're trying to tell you that love and life is too fleeting for you to ignore and delay. And I really do think that this moment right here, right now, is passing with every second that I talk. So I'm going to have to end your reading here because that takes away from the whole message. We've had a long discussion about this, group 3. You are not stuck. You are just evolving. This process may feel painfully slow, but a watched kettle never boils, as they say. And the more that you can embrace your life through mindful moments of appreciating this moment for exactly what it is, because tomorrow it won't exist, then the sooner your success will come to you. Embrace your individuality, express yourself healthily, follow your passion, let your excitement guide you, and trust that this transitional period is going to end soon. Now, group 3, I'm going to take this into the extended now. In the extended reading, we're going to be getting more advice cards from more oracle decks. We're going to be getting more information around what exactly is at the end of this transition period in terms of what is the success you can look forward to. And I think that's all we're going to cover. I've only done that for the other 2 groups. We just looked at mostly advice and then explaining something in depth as well. So I want to look at the success side for you, what that looks like, because I feel like it has a catalyst effect in the sense of it's holistic for you guys. One area of your life catches on fire and the other areas start to transform quite rapidly. So we're going to look at what the success will look like for you. If you'd like to join us in the extended group 3, it will be over on our Patreon community. All the extended readings are on Patreon. So if you sign up for this month, you literally get I think it's 5 months worth of content now, which is insane. I can't believe I've been doing this for 5 months. If you would like to see us there, then the link is down below. Otherwise, I really do appreciate you for tuning in today, for exchanging your energy with me. So much love and light your way, group 3, and I shall see you in another video. Bye.